good morning. Today we will continue with our chapter number Natural Vegetation. Today we will discuss about tropical deciduous forests. So basically these kind of forests in India are found in northeastern states, Himalayan foothills, western Odisha, Chandigarh, Jharkhand and eastern slope of eastern Ghats, as well as in Vindhya and Saputara range. This kind of forests receives maximum 70 to 200 centimeter rainfall annually. In this kind of forests or tropical deciduous forests, teak, sal, sisam, sandalwood, kher, bamboo, etc. trees are found here. If we talk about characteristics of these forests, so the trees here, the trees shed their leaves for 6 to 8 weeks during autumn. Different species has different time to shed the leaves, so all the trees never without during the any season. Their leaves according to seasons means here, as we discussed, that here or in these forests all the trees never without leaves, means these are green forests, evergreen forests. So that's why these kind of forests, means tropical deciduous forests, are also called monsoon forests. Now let's discuss about tropical desert vegetation. Now desert means an area which is covered by sands. These kind of forests received less than 70 centimeter rainfall annually, and these are found in northwestern regions, especially Gujarat. In Gujarat, Kutch, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. The main trees which are found in these kind of forests are dates, jujube, acacia, cactus, khijro, etc. If we talk about characteristics, so these kind of trees roots are and plants are deep and widespread. Leaves are very much short. If you see the baboon tree, or in Gujarati we can say that તમે જો બાવળિયા કે થોર જોયા હોય તો એની ઉપર તમને નાના નાના પાન જોવા મળશે, સાથે એની ઉપર કાંટા પણ હશે. વાય? બિકોઝ કે જ્યાં ઓછો વરસાદ પડતો હોય ત્યાં પાણીની કમી હોય છે, અને આવા ઝાડ જે છે એ પોતાનું પાણીનો સંગ્રહ કરવા માટે આવા પ્રકારના જે પાન છે અથવા કાંટા જે છે એનો યુઝ કરે. Now let's discuss about temperate forests and grasslands, which are basically found in Himalaya. That's why these are called Himalayan vegetations. If we talk about the height, area spans, forests and trees, so 1000 to 2000 meters are the height of the trees which are found in Himalaya or in temperate forests. In which area you can find these kind of trees? So highly mountainous of northeast West Bengal mountainous area of Uttarakhand, and these kind of forests are called tropical forests, and the main trees which are found in these kind of forests are oak and chestnut. The second one is 1500 to 3000 meters height, and the area where these kind of trees are found are southern slopes of Himalaya and higher areas of south and northeast, and these kind of forests are called coniferous forests. The main trees which are found here are pine, sal, silver, fir and spruce. Then more than 360 meters. These kind of trees are found in higher altitudes in Himalaya and near snow line. And these kind of forests are called alpine or sword grass, means tundra vegetation. The main trees which are found here are silver fir and birch. If we talk about the major characteristics of coniferous forests, so these kind of trees have conical shape. Conical means the cone shape. Have you ever eaten the ice cream cone? What kind of shape they have? So in this kind of shape, these kind of trees which are found in coniferous forests have their branch lean towards the surface, means they going down under. Now let's discuss about tidal forests. Tidal forests means the forests which are near to the river coast or river bank or near to the seashore, sea coast. We can also identify this kind of forests with the name mangrove forests. So basically, these kind of forests are found or located in the delta regions of rivers or along the sea coast. These forests are found along the Gujarat coast and Bay of Bengal coast. The main trees which are found here are Sundri and Cher. Now let's discuss about forest products and their utility. So forest products. So from the ancient time, as we have studied in our science or in SS, history, where the heritage of India. So from the ancient time, forests are very much useful for the mankind in many ways, whether in the herbs, for the firewood, for furniture, and many more. We can also get timber wood, and for furniture making, we can also get turpentine, rubbers, bamboos, and lac, resin, gum, rubber, honey, can, amla, bahade, herde, ashwagandha, etc. from the forests. We can use these kind of woods or timbers for the commercial as well as for the medicine. Here one table is given, some vegetations name are there and their medicinal utilities is here. Sarvagandha is used in high blood pressure, limdo is used as a bacterial resistant, tulsi when we have cold, cough and fever we can use as a medicine, Arjun Sadad treatment for the heart ailments, Bili when you have gas and cough impurities, Galo when you have diabetes, fever, joint pain, headache, constipation, hair disease, Amla cures gas, acidity, digestive system, Karanj when you have skin or dental gum disease. Besides this, leaf of some trees are used to make dishes and bowls, especially khakro leaves, catechu from kher tree, and the bidi or we can say the cigarette, local cigarette, this is called bidi, are also made from timru leaves. Now, environmental importance of the forests. How the forests are important for our environment. So, they are useful to bring rains, control the atmosphere, and saves us from global warming, provides us oxygen, which is our lifeline, also controls flood, absorb harmful gas like carbon dioxide, prevent soil erosion, maintain groundwater, restrict advanced deserts, useful in reducing air pollution. They are also enhance the natural beauty, purify the air. So these are the environmental importance of the forests. Now we discuss about forest conservation. So ecosystem, which is basically formed by the biosphere and atmosphere, and also mankind is also involved in ecosystem. But because of or due to the human activities, or we can say because of humans anti environmental activities and selfishness, ecosystem is disturbed. Mankind directly and indirectly involved in the destruction of forests. How? So, because of the urbanization, multi-purpose projects, construction of roads, zoom cultivation to get timber and fuel wood, forest fire, and these forests are destroyed, and the ecological balance of our ecosystem is disturbed. Adverse effect noticed due to the forest destruction, and they are heavy rainfall, sometimes drought, global warming, greenhouse effect, advancing desert, homelessness of wild animals. So these are the adverse effects which are found because of the forest destruction. According to national policy in 1952, there must be forests over 33% of total geographical area of the nation. If we talk about Gujarat, so 10% of land in Gujarat occupy the forests. If we talk about the India, then in India 23% of the total land is covered with the forests. Now, what we have to do to conserve the forests? So, to conserve the forests, or first we have to be aware with, or we have to aware with the importance of forests. The government of India implemented national forest policy in 1952. In 1980, the parliament passed legislative act, and in 1988 a new national policy was announced to conserve the forests. Following steps should be, some steps are given here. If we follow them, we can control or we can conserve our forests. First one is, forests are our natural resource and take it as our moral duty to protect them. Tree felling should be stopped. Heavy punishment must be inflicted or to those who cut trees illegally. Create awareness about environment through different kind of programs held in school, in their education, in their syllabus, and celebrate some days in your school to make the students and the public aware with the importance of forests. Here some days are given, so these are the important days. These can be asked in one sentence question or in blank. On 21st March, we are celebrating World Forest Day. On 22nd April, Earth Day. 5th June, World Environment Day, and in July we are celebrating Van Mahotsav. 16th September, World Ozone Day. So here we finish our chapter. I hope you understand. Thank you. Have a nice day.